Hello Minhas, this is Christina. I'm with KC Phoenix SEO. Told you I would get through this free video over with some SEO tips for your website and how to beat your competition out. So we're going to talk about three things today: content, citations, and backlinks. So for starters, the average site needs 1,000 to 1,500 words to be optimized with Google. Currently you're sitting at about 200 on your home page, and the home page is definitely where you want the best contents, just because most of your backlinks are going to come back to the home page. Otherwise you would have to have all your links coming back to each one of these service pages. So you have about 200. Your number one competitors, when I did a Google search for window tinting in London, come down here, and the first website listed is Tint Factory in London. So I pulled theirs up, and they're actually only sitting at about 300 words. So this is very beatable. But I do suggest going with that 1,000 to 1,500 words. Google just did a massive update, and between April and June, they're looking at searching more on content than any of the other two things that I'm going to talk to you about. So definitely you want to work on those 1,000 to 1,500 words, because by not doing so, when somebody searches window tinting in London, looks like about 590 people a month are clicking on that. So you want to be on that first page, and you're not missing out on that 590 clicks. The second thing that we're going to talk about is citations. So you notice that anytime you do a Google search, you come up with the map pack, is what we call this guy right here. It's right here at the top of the page, and a lot of times people will look at here without ever going down to look for people's websites. So in the map pack, the way to get listed is you have a Google My Business where it lists your business name, address, and phone number. You want to make sure that it's exactly the same as here as it is going to be on your citations. So in order to get a citation, you submit your information into directories like Yellow Pages, Yelp, anything that's going to be a directory there in England. So I have this tool that I'm going to show you called whitespark.ca. This is something that you can go out and get. It costs between $30 and $70 a month, depending on how many searches you're doing. And I just plugged in your information versus the people that are in the top two spots. Right now you're sitting at 10 citations. Mr. Tint is number 2, and he's sitting at 21, and JD Window Tinting is number 1 with 23 citations. The great thing about this tool is you can go in and see exactly where you're listed. Should be familiar with these, since I'm assuming that you probably filled them in. So you do have a Facebook page, Yelp, Yell, Show Me Local, Bing. Those are where you're going to be listed, and those are citations that come back to your site. Great thing about this tool is you can go in and look at your competitors. So let's go to JD Window, since he's got 23. And you can see exactly where he's listed. So what I would do if I were you is do a side-by-side comparison, pull up yours and compare them side-by-side to what your competitor's doing, and go after each one of these citations. So any of them that you're not listed in, find the site, and I don't think I saw 192.com. Go ahead and click on that and get your information listed under their site. Some citations are free, sometimes they cost money. You just have to do some research and find which ones are the best for you. And last, we're going to talk about backlinks. So backlinks are going to be, basically we call them link juice, and they simply work like Site A points to Site B. Site A is the link juice, which gives Site B more authority in Google's eyes, kind of like a popularity contest. Basically, the more sites you have coming in that point to you, the more power and authority and popularity you have with Google. One thing that you want to keep in mind, though, is that not all backlinks are created equal. Some of them have more power in Google's eyes than others, so you want to make sure you're getting high-quality sites. So not only with those citations will give you backlinks, but also blog posts are another example. And you want to make sure that they have to do with your business. So you wouldn't want to have a blog post on pizza, because that has nothing to do with window tinting a car. So in this other tool that I'm going to show you, it's called Ahrefs, ahrefs.com. This is another one you can go out and get. It costs $100 a month. But what it does is it breaks down your website and what's going on with it. You'll see here that you have one referring domain, which is one website, with 7 different backlinks coming from that domain. So right now it's findopen.co.uk. I'm assuming that's probably a citation. And you've got 7 links coming from it. Awesome thing about this tool is you can do the same thing that you can do with Whitespark by looking at what your competition's doing. So Tint Factory London, that's the one that I showed you using the number 1 spot. They have 16 referring domains with over 1,000 backlinks. So that's why they're in the number 1 spot. They have the most backlinks, they have the most authority in Google's eyes. So you can do the same thing with this tool, where you go in and see exactly where they're getting their links from, and do the same thing. So in conclusion, the three things that we talked about today in order to get ranked higher on Google is content. Make sure that you're getting that 1,000 to 1,500 words on your front page. And you want to make sure that that content is high quality and has some of these keywords that people are searching in London. Citations, get yourself listed on all those different directories. And then link juice, make sure that you have high quality links that are coming back to your site that specifically have to do with the services that you give. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, you can call me at 816-323-4100. Or I do know that international calls obviously cost a lot of money, so if you want to shoot me an email, that works too. Again, my name is Christina with KC Phoenix SEO, and I hope this helped.